Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to our Probably Company video, and today we are going to be talking about comic book news in other medias from the past week. And basically there's a load of stuff that has happened that has surprised us. We had the Age of Ultron trailer, the third one, which was a pretty damn good trailer. We have rumours about a spin-off between The Flash and Arrow again. And then we have the Supergirl pictures which have been announced and shown, and we'll get my opinions on them later. Right then, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the Supergirl news. The Supergirl news. Yep, said it twice. We see a picture of, if I don't pronounce this right, please don't have a go at me, Melissa Benoist. I hope I'm saying that right. You'll know her off Glee if you watch Glee, which is where they seem to be getting most people. Well, two people actually, Grant Gustin and her, of course. She's also been on Whiplash. Yep, Whiplash. And from what I see from the suit, they're going to do an evolution of the suit like they do on Flash, like they do on Arrow, where you just slowly see the suits increase bit by bit by bit until they're like this comic book thing, the comic book suits. I reckon that's good, but I'm liking the idea because I could like see maybe like the Red Lantern coming into this, which means we can get a step closer to Hal Jordan maybe, or Green Lanterns altogether, and I'm like, maybe we could actually get Green Lantern. Supergirl's just that step closer. Granted, they would probably like... I think the Red Lantern is more Supergirl based than Superman, so I reckon they'll try and stay away from Superman, but the closest they got to Superman was Supergirl, so they've like gone... Supergirl has her own storylines as well, so let's go for those. Let's try and focus more on the Supergirl kind of side of things. And I would say, yeah, go ahead with that, because... Superman, we've had Smallville. Superman's had his time on TV. Let Supergirl have her time, and like let her have her own shows and like her own stories. Like use the Red Lanterns for example, and then by then we can probably get the Green Lanterns, purple, the star things. I'm really bad at the minute. Sorry. The pink one, Hope one, I can't pronounce his name. I never can. The orange one, green one, black one, white one. You know, we could get all of them. If I missed any of them, I'm sorry. And it's like, we can get closer to that. And I mean, that would make every one of the shows better, because I think like they would go with the Hal Jordan Lantern. And it doesn't matter, I'd say, because to the cinematic version, because DC have said, nope, they're not going to be connected at all. So it's like, okay, we can have, surely then we can have any superhero except Batman and Superman, because Superman already had the TV show and so did Batman. They have Gotham, so it's like we can't touch any of them, but the rest we can. I would be like that, yeah. So can we have him? No? Can we have him? No. It'd be like just picking stars for your dream teams. And it's like hopefully we can actually like have our own TV Justice League at one point. I mean like yeah, like people would probably be looking forward to the TV Justice League like on a weekly basis, you know, like after everything's built up. Scrap it all and then just have like a Justice League weekly programs, like, and like have everyone like Justice League episodes. Now it's like not just Arrow and Flash on a Wednesday, Arrow on a Thursday. I'm not sure if they're right in your time zones, but if they're not, I'm sorry, but in UK that's when I watch them. Thursday, and then Gotham on scrap Gotham, and you could have like Supergirl on a Monday. This is UK for me. I don't know if UK's getting Supergirl. Kind of hope so, because I would be interested to see how they do it. And yeah, that's my opinions on the Supergirl. Maybe they're trying to do too much, but I'd like to see how they do it. And if they do too much, will Supergirl just fall, or would they all fall? Which would be interesting. So yeah, that's about Supergirl. Let's get on to the next subject. Right then, so let's talk about the second one, which is an apparent report, or CW eyes another spin-off of Arrow and the Flash, which will involve Victor Garber's Firestorm, Brandon Roof's The Atom, Wentworth Miller's Captain Cold, and surprisingly Katie Lott's. I'm not sure if this would be good or not, because I reckon they could be just pushing it just that bit more, and it's like they're just seeing how many they can handle at once. I mean, I'm excited about seeing Brandon. I'm excited about the idea, but I'm just wondering, what could Katie Lots have to do with this? And I'm like, it's nothing saying about Robbie and Mel, so I'm just wondering, will Victor Garber, I hope I'm saying that right, sorry if I'm not, Firestorm will be like him, the guy that's like the Felicity or the Caitlin and Harrison Wells, you know, the one behind, like the one that has the smarts of it and everything to like explain them through him and everything. It's like Victor Garber is pretty smart in science way, so like they could help him and everything. Wentworth Miller as Captain Cold I thought was pretty damn good, and I'm like, I can clap it for that, because I was like, yep, he deserves more time, but will he be on just this, or will we see him on The Flash as well? Because I would like to see him on The Flash as well, so I'm hoping it's like, yeah, you're only going to see him on one, so you got to come to our show. I reckon he should be like, yeah, you can come on both, just jump between the two, because the Captain Cold is one of the Flash's main villain, and you can't have the Flash without Captain Cold. Len Snart, that's a no-go. But the biggest wild card is Katie Lotz. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the character, but I'm just wondering how... I like her in Arrow, but I'm just wondering, how would they bring her... what character, and if she's doing the Canary, how would they bring her back into it? The only way I'm thinking at the minute is Lazarus Pit, or she didn't really die story. You know, and you have to go through one of those boring stories like, I got shot 3 times with an arrow and fell down, but it's alright really, I just walked off after, you know, dug myself out of the grave and all. It's like, bullshit. I mean, if you're Sherlock, yeah, you can pull it off, but no, I just can't imagine that, like, unless something big happens, but I'm really struggling to see how they can bring the Katie Lott's Canary into it, and I'm like, it's just gonna go, yeah, I survived, really, you just didn't do a good enough job checking, and they're like, bull fucking shit. And it's like, no, you didn't, you died, you got shot 3 times with an arrow, 3 times with arrows, you got bowed down with 3 arrows, it was like, ding, 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 not like that, granted, but it's like, sound effects provided by Cobley. And then it's like, you fell down a building into a bin, it's like, you ain't surviving that. So the only reasonable one I'm giving is Lazarus Pit. It's only a matter of time before somebody uses it. That's my opinions on him, of course, the Arrow and Flash spin-off. Is it too much? How are they going to involve Katie Lotz into it? That's the problem I'm seeing at the minute. Victor Garber I haven't seen too much of, so... But I reckon it would be good if they actually can do it and bring it to Britain. So yeah. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's get on to the final subject, which is going to be the Avengers Age of Ultron trailer number 3. That's right, number 3. I don't know if we'll get another one, but this one by far is the best for me. I mean, you got to see enough to say, yep, this is going to be a decent film at the least, but not enough to say, alright, I know the whole damn storyline now, I don't actually have to go see it anymore. It's like, thanks trailer, I've just done it, just close your internet, I know how it finishes, la-di-da-di-da. Nope, you still want to know how it's sorted out and everything. I mean, from the trailer, it looks good, because like, as soon as it's introed, you can tell who the bad guy is and what his thing is. It's like, hope. I'll take that from them first. Granted, my impression is not the best, but... And it's like, man, you're just an asshole. And it's like, yeah, you just want to boo him. And I reckon it's like, this could be the standout role for the Avengers. Like always in these comic book movies, it's always going to be the villain that's the standout. I'm not saying the hero actors don't do bad, but... You're always going to remember the villain more, because they tend to have that one film shot, and then that's it. So because you remember them, the heroes more, yeah, but the standout ones are normally the villains. Like, look at Heath Ledger as the Joker. Green Goblin for me, for the original Spider-Man, was the standout of the trilogy. And it's just, it will keep on going. I mean, like, they are the only 2 I can think of at the minute, but I'm sure there is more as you go along. And I mean, like, the villains just become the standout. I mean, it even happened in Dark Knight Rises. There you go, there's another one for you. And it's like, in the comic book movies, the villain is always going to be the one to stand out. granted, he's probably in a motion sensor suit with stilts, because I've heard he was on stilts. But yeah, and there's like, they also tease Captain America versus Iron Man. And I mean, like, I'm going for Captain America because in the trailer he's made to look like a cocky ass son of a bitch, which is one thing I like in a character. Granted, Tony Stark can be like, yeah, I'm going to win because I'm Iron Man, but it's like, no, Captain America is just like, he's cocky at some points, and it's like, he actually will get the job done in a efficient way without going, it didn't have to all be on me. Where Iron Man to me is like, I want the attention on me, so let's rock it out kind of thing. I'm going to do this, 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 and this, and then I'm going to show off. Captain America's like, I do my job. And then a heroic pose and the shield. And then Amazing Grace playing in the background. That's how I can see him. It's like, I'm just doing my job, ma'am. And that's basically how it is. The one thing I did notice was like, is this me or is it just you as well? And it's like, the Quicksilver effect looks like the Flash effect, nearly, from the TV show. Because that's what I'm thinking. It might be because I've seen it, the Flash before. I'm going, that looks a bit like the Flash. And I'm like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I actually kind of like it because it means, right, speed effects are pretty much now that kind of thing. I also like the colour. The colour looks cool, but I'm just saying it does look a bit like the Flash kind of speeds. We also saw Vision, which I have got to admit, looks so goddamn awesome. I mean, like, you look at it and you go, shit, that's amazing. I mean, the detail in it is superb. And I mean, like, it's like a human eye with, like, robots, thingy-majiggies in it. I'm not a big reader of Marvel, I will be honest. But from what I'm seeing, it looks pretty good. Right then, I reckon I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully you had a good time watching this. And if you didn't agree with me, or you did agree with me, put them in the comments down below. I'll be sure to answer back. And if you want to tell me any kind of news that happened last week that I missed, also chuck them down in the comments. So if you could, please, and if you like more, please like, subscribe, and comment. See you again soon.